Welcome to episode 15 of Quantity Surveying Program. In the previous episode, we have covered earthwork, concrete, formwork, steel reinforcement calculation, and rate and material analysis in detail. And today we're going to talk about masonry, brick and block work calculation. I'm your host Sadi Chauhan and I am an AEC consultant. Today we'll talk about masonry in detail. Usually we use the word masonry to describe the wall. Masonry consists of building structure that are laid and bound together with mortar, like bricks, stone, concrete block, and there are many more. These are just the few common material in construction. What is the purpose of masonry wall? Masonry wall provides strength and durability to the structure, plus it helps to control indoor and outdoor temperature. What are the types of masonry wall? There are various types of masonry wall used in building construction. Load bearing wall, non-load bearing wall, cavity wall, shear wall, partition wall, and panel wall, etc. So today we will learn how to calculate the masonry quantity for the villa project, how to use the PlanSwift for brick and block work calculation, how to deduct the door and window opening in the block work, how to prepare the BOQ by following NRM2 rules, and which drawings are required for measurement purpose, and what are the factors that needs to be considered while quantity surveying. These are just the highlights. I hope you will learn a lot from this video. Now without any delay, let's get started. Okay, so you can see on the screen PlanSwift is open where I can see all my drawings, and these are the same drawings in the project which I have used previously for the earthwork, for the concrete, formwork and steel. All the previous quantity and the drawings are still available. Today we're going to focus only on the block work, so we need few plans only. The plan is here, we need to measure all the quantity, but what exactly we need to measure? We have to follow the BOQ, which is prepared by following the NRM2 RICS. And here we need only wall 200 and 100. If you're following a different project where you have different sizes, so you may need to add C, wall 150, D, different size. Okay, so we have only two items here, wall 200 and 100, and the output unit should be square meter. Fine. These are the two items. We can refer to the PlanSwift. You know very well in this program I'm using a software PlanSwift. If you don't have, you should download and practice. But if you don't, you can follow the ruler. You can use the manually printed drawings. You can measure from any other CAD software. It doesn't matter. Main concern is to get the output which is square meter. Okay, PlanSwift is more powerful and easy. That's why I'm using it. Fine. Now let's start with the measurement. So I will activate the tool and give a name. It's ground floor, wall 200, wall 100. We can define accordingly. We can see the wall height from the section, so it's 3.40. the width of the wall. We can mention this information by following the section and the other detail, and there are other options as well. I will explain after a while. So we have entered this information, press OK, and now what we have to do, highlight wherever the section is. So the section is here. I can highlight. Once I highlight it, software can show on the left side. You can see wall 200 is 11.6 square meter. Of course, we have to ignore the concrete column and the opening, door, window. We have to subtract as well. No worries, in the PlanSwift it's very easy. I'll show you how to subtract easily. Main concept is highlighting wherever the section is. Okay, there are more wall, highlight. So this is the concept, highlighting. The way you highlight, software keep showing you the value here. So let's quickly finish the highlighting part, then we'll talk about further. Okay. Okay, so I guess I have highlighted all the wall 200. Right click and stop, and you can see here the total quantities are 212 square meter. Of course, we have to deduct the door and window opening. We'll talk about it, but let's firstly focus on the other wall type. It's wall 100. So let me add another item. It's ground floor. That's how I like to differentiate. You can differentiate as you like. So wall 100, the height you can see in a section, the width and the color. This information once you have provided, press OK, and now back to the same concept you have to highlight. So wall 100 starts from here, very simple. By the thickness software is differentiating, this is wall 100 and 200. Okay, I have highlighted all. Now you can see the total quantity is 212 and 61 square meter. And by following the same concept, if there are different sizes 150 and other, you can add as well. We need to subtract. So let me show you the door and window opening. You can see there are doors, there are opening and the windows as well. All the details are mentioned here one by one. Now there are different ways to deduct the door and window opening. Some people, they have their own prepared Excel sheet with all the formula. Other use them manually on the paper, they write it. There are many ways. I'm going to show you with the PlanSwift. All the opening is here. We just need to mention in a PlanSwift, it will automatically subtract. So you can see here, door 1 is 150 and 220 and there is only one quantity. Fine, let me show you how actually it works in PlanSwift. So this is the one, right click. So there are different options, windows, other opening and the doors. So I have here door 1 150 and 250. I can adjust the units as well. Now focus. Right now the quantity is 212. But once I choose the quantity, it's 1. You can see it's deducted. Let's say there are 2. It's deducted. So it's very simple. Just we need to provide the details here. Following the same concept, I can provide the other information of the door as well. I know the door 2 is 100 by 220 and the quantity is 1. Okay, you will see here the quantity is decreasing now. Door 3 1.0 and 2.20 and there is only 2 doors. Okay, once I enter all the information, you can see here the width, height and the quantity. Press OK, you will see this is the updated value. Software already updated. So it's very easy. If there are different windows as well, you can see there is window 1, window 2, 4, 5 different windows we have to deduct as well. So it's very simple. We can of course refer to the opening schedule where all the details are here. We can see window 1 is 130, 180, 110, 1.8. All the information is here. We just need to type in a PlanSwift. So go back to the plan, right click, properties. Earlier we have done it for the doors. If there are other opening, you can consider it. Let's refer to the windows. So window 1 is 1.80, 1.30. Okay, the quantities are 2. By doing that, it's already updated. Now let's fill the other information. Okay, I have filled this all. If you have other opening, just to give you the example, you can add it here. Okay, there are more. Add it. Once you've done this all, press OK, you will see the updated value is 179. So it's very simple. Door, window, arc, opening, just you need to inform to the software. Okay, if you need to focus, you can hide the wall 100, you can turn it on. As you have seen already, PlanSwift templates helps a lot to get a quick result, and most of you already wondering how to have it, how to create and customize the PlanSwift template for door and window deduction. So don't worry, very soon I will share the detailed tutorial on this channel. So just subscribe the channel and stay connected. So all the wall 200 is done. Now we have to consider wall 100 as well. So same concept, right click and property. If there are doors, yes, we can add it. Okay, doors I have done it. There is no window and opening. Press OK. That's the updated value you can see. Previously it was 265. Now that's the updated value after the deduction. So it's very simple. Okay, so you already understand the concept how we highlight. But one thing, see, for the height of the wall, I mentioned here 3.4. So from where I get this information 3.4? For the experienced person, they already know, but my focus right now for the beginners or new to this field, and maybe you're working on a different project. So how to get the actual information? See, on the section drawing here, I have all the information. So from here I got to know it's 3.4, and for all my wall I consider 3.4. Now one thing, Not all the walls have same height. Some walls have the different height as well, but because I want to consider a little bit extra and just to make it easy, I consider one. And maybe on the other side you want to have accurate quantity and you have to segregate the wall as per the height. So in that case you have to check the section and have a look where the height is 3.4, and if some walls are under the beam, then maybe the height will be shorter. You can see here 3.05, and here on the other side, if the wall is not under the beam, then the length will be higher. And where are these walls? Let me give you the idea. See, on the ground floor, these all the outer wall, these are under the beam. Let me show you the drawing. This is the beam drawing. These all the beams, you can see the details. There are no beams here and there. It means whatever the wall will come here, it has the maximum length. There are washroom walls, there are bedroom partition wall, the kitchen wall. So these all walls will have the maximum length. You can see here. So the height of the wall will be 3.4, and the other walls which is under the beam, it will remain as 3.05. Okay. Last week I have uploaded a question on my social media pages and only few people gave me the right answer. And the question was, as per NRM2, no deduction to be made in masonry if the void is less than dash square meter, and the answer is 0.5 square meter. To confirm this information, you can refer to page number 172 of NRM2 document. I will suggest all of you to follow me on social media pages. I have already given all the links. On daily basis I uploaded the questions and interesting fact about construction and engineering. Plus, you can communicate with me directly if you have some questions or doubts about quantity surveying, estimation, and PlanSwift software. Now let's get back to our topic. So this is how we work on a ground floor. By following the same concept, I have highlighted on the first floor as well and have subtracted the quantities as well. You can see here the doors I have subtracted, windows I have done it. So we have the accurate quantity here right now. Wall 200 and 100. Fine. What about the roof? We have block work here as well. So let's see the details in a section drawing. Here on the roof we have the wall 150. So it means we have to update the BOQ now. So we need to measure all the wall 150, and what is the height? It's 0.8. Okay, go back to the plan, create a new item, give a height 0.8, press OK, and now you know the concept we have to highlight. So once we have done it all, we can see on this floor the total quantity is 39 square meter. So you have to check all the drawing. If you have the block work in a foundation, in a basement, wherever you have the block work, you have to consider all. In our project, the block work was only on the ground floor, first floor and roof, and I have measured all, whatever the different sizes are. Considering that I get all the square meter quantity, I have subtracted all the opening, door, window, all the opening. Now I simply need to type it in the BOQ. Okay, so on the right side we have the BOQ, on the left side we have the PlanSwift. This is all we have measured in estimating tab. So you can see here, this is all we have measured. We simply need to type it in a BOQ. So wall 200, the total is 341, and the wall 150 is 39.03, and the wall 100 is 72.70. So that was our requirement and we have done it very well. You can see this is the same BOQ which we used previously for the reinforcement, and we have used it for the foam work and for the concrete, earthwork, and we have done it all very well. And if you are new to this field, quantity surveying, and you want to know which drawings are required, which items need to be measured, what are the factors that needs to be considered, so see, for that purpose there is a rules of measurement which is by RICS. So here all the information is there. Page 171 is masonry block work. Here it mentioned we need plan of each floor, we need the section, we need the elevation, and all the information is there. So what you have to measure, what you have to state in a BOQ, this is how we got to know. Okay, so you can see all the information, and you see here it's 14. Same number is in my BOQ, 14. And the next is 14.1.2. So from where I type it, let me give you the idea. 14 is the block work, and then the one is for the wall. Okay, the second one is which wall, is it a brick, is it a block wall? You have to mention in your BOQ. So by considering it, I mention it's a block wall. The next one is which bond are you going to consider and how you gonna lay it, so you have to mention all the detail. So by following the NRM2, I mention all the detail. It's very simple. If you have a new project and you have to prepare a BOQ, by doing the same practice you can prepare your own as well. Before you close, I need to talk about something very important. I have noticed many people are skipping the rate and material analysis in the QS program. Now tell me one thing, if the rate and material analysis is not important, why I have created this episode and spent a lot of time? I have mentioned this many times, and let me repeat, quantity surveying is a lot more than measurement and takeoff. To call yourself a complete quantity surveyor, you need to know everything: unit rate, all-in rate calculation, rate and material analysis, pre-contract, post-contract, rules of measurement, value engineering, and a lot more. This program, quantity surveying, is prepared, designed to cover all the aspects. So if you really want to learn and clear your concept, you need to watch each episode. This is the only way you can learn. So that was all about block work calculation. In the coming episode, we'll talk about rate and material analysis for masonry. Now I'll suggest everyone to practice whatever we have learned today in this episode. I have already given links in the description for everything, the drawings for the practice, download PlanSwift, BOQ link, and many other things. You just need to have a look in the description. You'll find everything there. And at last, don't forget to share your feedback in the comments. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay connected and keep learning.